Today we're making Olive Garden's breadsticks, but 10 times better. And if you want the recipe for the chicken gnocchi soup, it's in my last video. But to get started, you want 1 cup of warm water. You're gonna add 2 teaspoons of yeast, 3 tablespoons of sugar, and mix and set aside. In your mixer bowl attachment, you're gonna add 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons salt, and 3 tablespoons olive oil. After you let your yeast mixture sit for 10 minutes, go ahead and add it in last. You want to knead your dough for 10 minutes, add it to an oiled bowl, and let it rest for 1 hour. 1 hour later, you want to dust your countertop with some flour. Pat your dough ball down gently, and you want to cut out 10 breadsticks. You're basically going to cut them into long strips and then cut the long strips in half. And you want to roll them out very gently, tapering the ends. The less you touch them, the better they're going to come out. You're going to cover with a towel and let them rest for another 15 minutes. Add them to an oiled baking sheet, and we're going to brush on some egg wash. For my egg wash, I only used 1 egg and 2 tablespoons of water. Bake at 365 for 10 minutes. Brushing on 5 tablespoons of melted butter, a tablespoon of garlic powder, and dry parsley, and we're done.
Mix the dough in the morning, and by dinner time, warm, freshly baked artisan-style bread. Yeah, you can do it. 430 grams all-purpose flour, 6 grams kosher salt, 1/4 teaspoon active dry yeast. Give it a whisk. 1 3/4 cup. Add the water. The dough is going to be sticky. Don't you worry. Cover it to proof 5 to 6 hours. Place it on wood or a table. That's what you want right there. 2 tablespoons all-purpose flour. Add the dough to your floured surface. Fold it over 2, 3, 4 times. Coat the dough in the flour. Heat your oven to 425 degrees with a 6-quart Dutch oven. Make a slit. Dust with flour. Add to the preheated pot. 30 minutes. Uncover. Continue baking until golden. That's it, baby.
Armadillo eggs are classic Texas barbecue, and they're one of my favorite things. This is how I do them.
Start by removing the ends and coring your jalapenos. Then we're going to parboil for maybe 5 minutes. Fill those with cream cheese all the way to the top. And then we're going to wrap those in a 50-50 blend of pork sausage and Italian sausage. You want to make sure it's sealed up pretty well. You got all that meat pushed together. And then you're going to completely wrap in bacon. I'm using 2 pieces to make sure I have full coverage so I don't have any leaks. Now I like to smoke these for a couple of hours and then crank the heat the last 10 minutes to crisp that bacon up. But you can do these in the oven if that's what you have. And man, slicing into these is like the heavens opening up. It doesn't get better than this.
Crunchy shrimp toast. We'll start with the filling. Slice some scallions and karate chop your shrimp until it becomes a paste. Grate some ginger, add an egg white, cornstarch, chicken bouillon, salt, pepper, and 1/4 of a lemon. Give it a little mix. Cut off the crust of your white bread slices. Place the filling in between the 2 slices. Make sure to smooth the sides and fry on low heat until golden brown.
Do you want to learn how to make these awesome, delicious breakfast burritos? I'm going to show you how. You're going to need eggs. I did 6 eggs with a splash of milk. You're going to need your choice of meat and some tater tots. I did these in the air fryer. Your choice of shredded cheese. I used Colby Jack and nacho cheese. Then you're going to need some tortillas. You're going to put them in the microwave for 30 seconds so that they're pliable and easy to use. Then we are going to add our topping. You're going to want to make sure it's towards the end of the tortilla, and you want to smush it up as much as possible so it's easier to wrap. You're going to take both sides, fold them towards the middle, then take the bottom and then roll it up. Make sure you're tucking everything in so it doesn't come out. Then you're going to take a pan and put some butter in it, and then place your burritos seam side down. Then voila, here you go.
Today I'm going to show you guys how to make Annie Ann's cinnamon sugar pretzels. You want to start off with 1 1/4 cups of warm water. Add 1 tablespoon of yeast, 1/4 cup brown sugar, mix and set aside. In your mixer bowl attachment, you want to add 3 1/2 cups of flour. And after letting your yeast mixture sit for 10 minutes, go ahead and add it in, and you want to knead your dough for about 5 minutes. You want to add your dough to an oiled bowl and let it rest for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, flour your surface, and you want to create 9 dough balls. Then you want to cover your dough again with a towel and let it rest for another 5 minutes. Once your dough has rested, go ahead and roll it out. Here I'm demonstrating how to twist your pretzels. You want to boil a pot of water with 1/4 cup of baking soda. Once your water comes to a boil, go ahead and boil your pretzels for 30 seconds on each side. Add your pretzels to an oiled baking sheet, and we're going to bake at 400 degrees for 8 minutes. While they were baking, I prepared my cinnamon sugar and melted some butter. And finally, I brushed them with the butter and dipped them into my cinnamon sugar, and we're done.
I'm going to show you what you can do with your leftover takeout rice. Back at school, my first meal was Thai. But for some reason, there's always more rice than there is entree. I'm going to add a little bit of vinegar to it, some everything bagel seasoning, and in another bowl, I'm going to mix together some things that I normally get in sushi. I have some shredded cucumber and carrot. I'm going to add some vegan cream cheese and some tofu. I normally get a veggie roll, so I'm going to stop here, but fish would be good in this too. Now grab some plastic wrap, or whatever you can find, and spread on an even layer of rice and some of your veggie mix, and squeeze this into a ball. And now you can pan fry them.
I almost don't want to put you onto this, but I will because this carrot cake recipe is actually incredible. To a large bowl, add 4 eggs, 1 cup of brown sugar, a 1/2 cup of applesauce, 3/4 cup of olive oil, 1 cup of white sugar, and a generous splash of vanilla, and whisk that until combined. Then add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, a pinch of kosher salt, and 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, and mix that until just combined. Then add 2 to 3 cups of grated carrots and fold. Then you want to divide the batter between 2 parchment-lined 9-inch cake tins and bake them at 350 for around 35 minutes. Let them cool on a wire rack and make your cream cheese frosting. In the meantime, I'll post the recipe for mine soon. After the layers have cooled down, spread about 1/3 of the frosting between the 2 cakes and spread the rest over the top and sides. So yeah, that's it. The full recipe is up on my Instagram. I hope you try it and let me know what you think.